SourKidsProductions.
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock. Lil' Flip in the building. Hey, Money Elms, you ready? Let's go. Welcome to Elm Street, the hottest podcast. And all that cash in Money Elms pockets, it look like thigh pads. He talking trending topics, he ain't no carbon copy. We talking sports, music, and fashion and other options to get us out the hood and keep that paper coming. And I smoke cones, not backwoods, I'm about to blaze an onion. These rappers flexing on the gram and they got fake cheddar. This intro was provided to you by Flip Mayweather. That right. Yeety, yeety, Money Elms, what's up? Yeah, Lil' Flip in the building, screwed up clip. Welcome to Elm Street.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Welcome to Elm Street. I'm your boy, I'm your host, Money Elms. What's good out there, man? What's up, world? Hope y'all ready, man. I got a special guest here tonight. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and introduce my man's right here.
What's up, man? Young Blast, put me on blast. Blast, Young Blast Show, whatever you want to call me, man. I go by put me on blast these days, though, man. I used to be Blast, but as you get, somebody done passed me up, man. Somebody done took the name, man. So I had to, adapt and switch. But I go by put me on blast now, man.
Already, man. So, man, it's a pleasure to have you on the show, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming through and, taking the seat, man.
I appreciate you having me. This is dope, man.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Thanks, man.
Dope. It's a dope little spot here, man. I feel comfortable. I'm ready to talk about whatever, man. Sports, life, music.
Shit. Fuck it, let's jump right in it, man.
Let's get it.
So, Puff just came out the other day, talking all kinds of shit, talking about R&B's dead. A couple of, I don't know if you heard about it. So it just went viral, and, a couple of R&B legends came out, like Mary J, and, how you gonna kill us?
Right.
It's, we're part of the DNA. We're part of this R&B.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if he's talking about R&B of right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe saying maybe it's garbage.
Or like the new artists that aren't like moving or evolving or kind of, I guess, just changing the game, I guess. Is that what you say?
Because back in the day, R&B artists, the
last concert I went with my wife. We went to go see Boyz II Men and Brian McKnight. Bro, let me tell you, man, them dudes know how to put on a show, bro. A show, like, had my wife crying, singing all this, in the end of the road.
Yeah. But was it packed?
Yeah, sold out, bro.
I
felt you had a bunch of abuelitos like me in there, you know what I'm saying? A bunch of older, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you know what I'm saying? And there was some white people in there too. It was a good mixed crowd, but they know how to put on a show. Brian McKnight killed it too, man. Yeah.
Oh,
so
right.
that was the last concert I went to was in R&B.
Well, see, those are pioneers in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if some of these youngsters can compete with those big names like Mary J. Blige.
Right.
Yeah.
I just feel like,
and it's also about performance too.
Right.
Not only the quality of the music, but as far as the performance.
That's I'm telling you, and then they can all sing live too. You know what I'm saying? No auto-tune necessary. Which I don't hate on auto-tune, you know what I'm saying? I've used it myself, you know what I'm saying? But it's R&B's definitely changed. But there is some dope artists out there. Like I in the past, maybe 2014, I bought Tory Lanez album. Yeah. I know the producer that I worked with, my boy Happy, shout out to Happy Perez, he had like 4 or 5 beats on there. You know what I'm saying? That's a Latino Mexican legend, you know what I'm saying? Did all the dope house stuff, but he was on Tory's album, and that Tory's cold. There's a couple other artists. I used to like Bryson Tiller too when he came out, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, I really haven't, I don't know what's going on right now, man. I kind of, like with the new music, I've got to that age where I feel like I thought I'd never be. Like, I'm always going to listen to new school, man. I'm never gonna be that old man. No, I turned into that old man. That old man, like that listens. I think I stopped like 2018, 2019. Like I just listened to what I listened to, you know. But I do like a couple artists out here.
You know. Now that you say that, you know, I never steered away from it,
Right?
Because you know, I've always had that love for music, not only as far as making music, but also as a fan of music.
Right.
You know, so I've always kept my ears to the streets, and you know, there's a lot of youngsters out
There are
that I'm feeling. You know what I mean? Especially a lot of Latino artists.
And that's what's crazy. That's what's crazy, man. I know we're gonna get into it and talk about it.
Yeah,
but
most definitely.
It brings a smile to my face when I see that, man, because I'm sure you had a lot of other artists come in and tell you how much, and you know how much a struggle it was for us to like break barriers and doors. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna get into all that too in a minute. Yeah. You know, we're just warming up right now, and but what do you think of Puffy's comments?
I don't know, man. I can't say R&B's dead or not. I don't know. Hey, because of that though, I bet you there's an R&B artist like, all right, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you if it's dead or not, and come and just change. It always happens that way. Yeah. Somebody always comes along and just changes the whole game.
Or just you know, some of the current R&B artists that are out right now. You know, Chris Brown, he's still out there.
Oh, he's legendary.
He's gonna be like, all right, we're dead. Okay, let me show you real quick.
Right.
Hit him with a couple dance moves.
Right.
You know?
He just dropped the project too, didn't he? Didn't he just drop an album?
I'm not quite sure. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really kept up with Chris
Brown.
I
think he just dropped the album too. But man, there's a lot. I don't think it's dead in my opinion. It's just changed, man. Everything's changed. It's like when people say rap is dead. I don't think it's dead at all. You know, I might have said like, I listen to certain music and I haven't really, but somebody is gonna grab my ear and I'm gonna listen to it. Like, you know, when I was listening to Travis Scott, you know, when he first came out, and then when Future took over the game and Thugger, and a lot of older people were like, what's that? You know, I'm like, man, when we were listening to Bone, the older head said the same thing, man. What's this? They rapping all fast, you know. Every generation, someone says something, you know, because they're still stuck in what they grew up in, and I get it, but I always I'm like you. I feel you. I like to listen to new stuff.
In that rap game right now, there's a couple heads that, you know, in the mainstream that I be like, I fucks with dude. But there's a lot of shit that's just garbage, man. That I'm like, man, how is this possible? How is this getting played? You know, I don't know if it's, you know, just a younger generation and
it is.
You know, that's what they feeling and jamming, or they could relate to it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because I kind of more relate to, you know.
What did you grow up listening to?
Man, it was a mixture, bro. You know, I come from the West Coast.
Okay, where are you from originally? I'm interviewing you now. You
switched it up real quick. Tables have turned. Shit. LA, bro. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the North Hollywood area out there in LA. Cool. You know, and so of course grew up listening to NWA. You know, all that gangster shit. You know, Too Short, all that. But at the same time, you know, I like the East Coast. You know, the sound that was coming from over there, it was different. You know, it was a different type of gangster, but it came with a more lyrical.
Yeah, a cleverness.
Yeah, so that's what attracted me to that East Coast. You know what I mean? But then, like I said, I was also jamming to some South shit.
That's cool though.
8-Ball, MJG, you know what I'm saying, UGK, you know, all that South shit.
He had a whole gumbo of listening and stuff, and then you move here, and then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's kind of what happened to me, too.
So it was just a variety of music, you know what I mean? Sure. But like I said, there's certain cats out here right now that, you know, I'll jam to, and there's certain cats that I'm like, nah, you know, I'll pass on it. Yeah. You know, it's not my, you know, I'm not going to talk shit about them, but, you know, I'm not going to listen to it. It's not my cup of tea.
I feel there's probably some people, me and Jim drop something, and I ain't trying to listen to them old dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But I'm going to continue to evolve, and we're going to continue to keep pushing music. Jim got a single coming out next Friday, the 26th. Okay. It's with FIFA. It's produced by Cricket. You know what I'm saying? It's got, it's dope, bro. It's something totally different than what he's ever dropped before. And I feel like he's that good of an artist to, like, evolve, because he's been doing this. Yeah. You know, the melodic and singing and stuff, you know what I'm saying? He's been doing this since 2000. You know what I'm saying? Since before that, when he was, you know. But It's dope. Next Friday, so y'all go look out for Big Gemini new record.
Hey,
You
yeah,
know what
shout
I'm
out to
saying?
Big Gem.
Yeah, August 26th on all streaming platforms and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I grew up in Chicago, man. So the first influence of music I had was house. Like that's the first thing I ever listened to. So I was listening to like old 70s and then 80s disco when disco was dying, but it was still like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You go, I'm from Little Village, man. You go cruising down 26th Street in 94, 95, and you're going to have some Latin Kings listening to like old disco and house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was listening to that at first. That was my first love.
So what do you think of that, the new style that's coming
I
up?
see it.
That's
hear
evolving right now with,
Yeah.
so Beyonce just dropped
Right.
like
Drake.
that.
You know what I'm
Drake.
saying? I was talking to my wife. I told my wife, I was like, all this stuff sounds like Chicago shit. Like all this shit. Like you could hear it. It's like really influenced by Chicago house, some of the records on there.
Yeah.
And DC and the go-go stuff too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So Beyonce's kind of doing the twist on the R&B.
Yeah.
You know, telling Puffy, hey, it ain't dead
I
just
know,
yet.
I know. But that's Beyonce, man.
Yeah.
Beyonce could fart on a record. It's gonna be 3 million records sold. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you,
Streaming.
did you happen to stumble on that news about Swiss Beats and Timbaland suing Triller?
Oh yeah.
You know, supposedly
For the verses?
for the verses, dude. I guess they had sold it and they still ain't got paid. Or I don't know what type of deal it was that
Right.
they're supposed to be getting paid every time.
Mhm.
You know, but it almost seems like ever since they sold it, you know, they haven't been getting that good quality, you know, versus battles that we were getting in the beginning.
Right.
You know, because they even said that Cypress Hill had one.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
It was Cypress Hill
And the Locks, I think, right?
No. That was
No?
Dipset and the Locks. I
Oh,
watched
yeah,
that one.
okay.
That one was cold. That was one of my, because I grew up listening to Dipset and Locks. So I really, there was a lot of good ones. I wanted to ask you that, but I think it was Cypress Hill and can't remember, honestly. But I watched a lot of them. Me and my wife would put it on YouTube, like the one against Bone.
Yeah.
Me and her wife, bro, that one was cold. Bone and 3-6,
Yeah,
man.
that was
And it got
good.
real too. Busy got pissed off.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched. I don't know if
Yeah.
you seen that one.
I got to
but
see it.
Yeah, it was dope.
Hey, that Gucci Man was dope too.
Oh, that one with
And-
Jeezy.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you, the reason I love Verzuz so much, bro, because it's kind of like what you're doing. How you have a lot of young artists here, and then you have the older artists. But I feel like that's a platform to show some of the younger generation, like, look how much heaters that these people have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even realize it sometimes. You forget. You're listening to Jeezy and Gucci go back and forth, and it's like, bro, these motherfuckers got some fucking bangers, bro.
Yeah.
Like, banger after banger after banger, and whether who wins or who loses, you just realize that both, man, these are some cultural changes, game changers, influential ass motherfuckers, man. So I love watching some of the verses, even like, cause I like R&B. We were talking about R&B. Like some of the R&B ones were cool. Like the writers, I think it was like The Dream versus Sean Garrett. I think it was. So they went at it and they were showing all the songs that they wrote, and somebody like, oh, I got a Beyonce one, and then they backdoor with their Beyonce song, and it was like, it was crazy, but. I like them verses was dope. I hope they get their money, man. I hope they get their money.
I mean, yeah, we'll see how that plays out, man.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, some bills are due. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it's some crazy shit, man. Cause I mean, people were saying that they should hold on to it. You know, I guess is because of the culture.
Right.
Because I don't know who, you know, I know they sold the Triller, but I don't know who owns Triller.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's not Viacom.
Man, I'm not.
I'm not sure. I don't know, man. But hey, they gotta try to get their bread. But I mean, it always happens, man. You know, it's for the culture, and then eventually someone swoops in and it goes
Snaps
corporate. That's what happened to rap.
Yeah.
I mean, here we are, and rap just turned, I think, what, 50? Or was it 50? I'm not sure how old it is, but it was rap. Hip hop had his birthday like 2 weeks ago or something. Yeah, but. And it always happens with everybody, man. I hope you're prepared. I hope you got a long, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be talking.
I know we good. So then, I don't know if you had heard about this one too, man. Forbes magazine had Burner on there.
Right.
You know, I think he's the first Mexicano rapper to make millions in the cannabis game, man.
That's dope, bro.
You know,
That's dope.
that was
Bash
definitely
doing
dope.
this thing too, man, with the cannabis thing too, man. Shout out to Bash. That's my boy. I got a story with her. We'll get into that later about
Yeah.
Bash. Yeah, man, a lot of hustlers out there, bro. A lot of people, you know, rap is be the doorway, but they go out and venture and do some other shit. You know what I'm saying? And I respect all hustles.
I mean, that's a smart thing to do.
Hell yeah.
You know, because
You smoke?
Huh?
You smoke?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
all the time.
I'll smoke. Man.
So what do you call it? You know, Burner when he came out, you know, when I first heard of him, he was underground.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he ever got beyond like go mainstream. You know, so you know, he took that underground money he made and, you know, flipped that hoe.
That's a hustle, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all hustle. Everybody, all the good ones do it, man. All the great ones do it. I respect it. Now I'm in the real estate game, man. Shit, man. I rap. I still rap and write. You know what I'm saying? I like to, you know what I'm saying? Got my boy Young Mars here. You know what I'm saying? I want to help him in his career, and I want to write, find a little artist, man. You know, here goes your 16. Here goes your hook. Go ahead, hit the stage, buddy.
Yeah, yeah.
And you do the work. I just sit back and I write. That's, you know, and I still get in the studio with Jim. Me and Jim are gonna work on a project too, Deadly Melody Part 2, because we have an album out together. It's on all streaming platforms called Deadly Melody. That came out like 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm still doing it. But I'm in real estate now. Twin Group Real Estate.
Yeah, yeah.
You need a house, you need to sell a crib, holla at your boy, man. Holla at me or Gemini, man.
Yeah, yeah. You had to do a side venture.
Yeah, for sure. And it's good. A lot of people scared, you know, like to jump in it or think it's hard. But if you just have the right people, of course, everything is about who you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about what you know, it's who you know.
Gotta-
No matter what you're doing, rapping, like I know, you know, I was blessed enough in my career to do a lot of cool shit, bro. Like a lot.
Yeah.
You know? And there was people out there probably better than me. You know what I'm saying? But it was who I know. It was the team I had. You know.
But that's dope, you know, you get into the, you know, getting that bag and then flipping it.
Yeah.
You know, on something other than the music, you know what I mean? Because the music is only going to be here for so long.
So long.
You got that little window.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to take full advantage,
Right.
you know, while it's there. And then, because it's not going to last forever.
No,
you know,
as far as
unless you're a Jay-Z or,
exactly.
you know,
but even
somebody
him,
like that icon.
But even him, I mean, he says it on the songs. Came in with 900K, all by bricks. You know, he said it. You know what I'm saying? And he took a leap of faith. People kept telling him, Clark Kent, you know, all his people. Why Jay-Z's one of my favorite artists, probably my favorite artist, to be honest, like ever. So, like, he had his people tell him, hey, man, why don't you quit selling dope and rap? Dude, you're really good at this rap shit. And he, you know, but took his money, met Dame, you know, the rest is history. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, him too. And now, rap was like cool, but now he's a billionaire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I respect anybody who's doing that, man. We trying to do the same thing, and I'm blessed and fortunate to have the team and the people around me to move on to the next step. Because some people don't.
I mean, a lot of times, you know, when you're young, you need that guidance.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I was telling you, homie, right here. You know what I mean? You know, some of these older cats, they hold that blueprint, that map.
Yeah.
To where they're going.
Mm-hmm.
So like that, they don't stumble and make those mistakes. You know what I mean? And you know, it's always good to take that money and invest it and turn it into something.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, shout out to Burner, you know, doing it big with the cannabis. You know, on Forbes magazine representing Mexicanos and shit. You know what I mean?
I wish I knew that when I was young too, cause I was an idiot. I was young. Hey man, but instead of going to buy a whip, I would get a chain, get a watch, get 70 pairs of Air Force Ones, you know what I'm saying, and just not investing my money where I should have. I was just young and stupid. I wish I knew what I knew now. All of us do. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But shout out to you if listen to the older people and listen to the people around you, man. They just trying to help you. Most of them, if you got good people around you, you know. And I did, and I still do have good people around me, man. So we'll get into that too. You know what I'm saying? How I started and all that stuff.
You don't want to surround yourself with yes men.
No, hell no. Hell
down
no.
the wrong direction.
No, I was just telling my boy young Mars here that his dad, you know what I'm saying, Mars, shout out to Mars, he was like the vice president of Big Gun, and you know, I get in the studio, whether it was with him or Gemini now, whoever, if someone tells me, hey man, that shit's not good, bro. You know what I'm saying? I took it like, okay, I get upset at first, but then all right, cool, whatever. Rewrite what I had to rewrite, do what I had to do, and the end result is always what mattered. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. You gotta have people around you who tells you, nah, that ain't cool. Oh yeah, that's cool. Or I'm gonna go invest in this. Oh, that's cool. Or whatever. But if you surround yourself by people who tell you shit you just want to hear, number one, you're gonna lose money, or the product that you pushing is gonna be ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just surround yourself around people who really love you and really want the best.
They want the best for
right.
you.
But it's hard though.
Yeah.
It's hard, man. You get blinded. You know what I'm saying? And you get on. All you get see is lights. You know what I'm saying? And I've been there too. I've been there, man. Even to be regional or local, you know what I'm saying? I've been there. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? And it's humbling. It's humbling. But when you got a strong team around you, or you got to hustle, you bounce back up and you good. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of teams, I'm looking at the jersey.
I was waiting for this.
I'm looking at that jersey. Man,
I saw the one with Rolo, and I saw that you asked if he was a Cowboy. He said you don't jinx it. You don't watch. Why you want to jinx it?
So you show up with a
Bears, Justin
Chicago
Fields,
Bears.
man. Yeah, man. Yeah, he said I need to change your wardrobe. He said, man. Hey, but let me tell you something. I've been here for a while. Like, I've been in Dallas for 20 years. If you ever move, are you a Cowboy fan?
Yeah.
You ever move to Chicago? Are you gonna be a Bears fan?
Probably
No, probably not. Hey, man, I'm loyal, man.
Yeah,
I'm a loyal dude.
See, I used to like a couple of teams back in the West Coast.
Yeah, right.
You know, in the very, very beginning, I used to be a Raider fan back in the day. Bo Jackson.
Oh yeah.
You know,
his shoes, he was iconic.
But what I didn't like is when my team picked up and left, bro.
Yeah.
It just left. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, well, shit, fuck it. You know,
And
I don't live where they went.
No.
I was like, so, hey, I guess I don't have a team. So then I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I need a team. So, fucking Joe Montana started winning all them Super Bowls back in the day.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Cisco could be all right.
Right.
Then when I moved out here, I was like, oh, shit, I moved over here to the fucking Dallas Cowboys. You know what I mean?
The rivals.
The rivals, exactly, man. So after a minute, I was like, man, I'm here now, man.
Yeah.
So
sorry, man.
I dropped. I didn't. You can say I didn't really have a team. You know what I mean?
Right.
I told you. LA they took off. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me start all over. So I was like, let me root for the home team.
Yeah.
Hey, but just in football, man.
Just in football.
Just in football, because I still root for my Dodgers.
Yeah, it's cool.
But I still root for the Texas Rangers.
Yeah. You're a Laker fan?
Yup, and a Mavs fan.
They're
like, well, you can't do that shit.
Yeah,
I was like, hell yeah,
bro,
you
talking to a diehard sports fan. I'm shaking my hand at you this whole way. I'm like, man, come on, you can't have 5 teams, bro.
Man, Mavs, representing where I'm at right now, and my Lakers, I bleed.
Okay.
Purple and gold.
All right.
So I'm
a Bulls fan. I've been a Bulls fan. I grew up in Chicago, man. Michael Jordan, best athlete to ever live. You know what I mean?
So how does it feel that your Chicago Bulls haven't made it to the?
Well, they went to the playoffs last year.
Hey, I'm talking about
to the shit.
To the shit.
All right. How many of y'all have here?
The Lakers?
Yeah, no. How many of the Mavs have?
Mavs got one.
Oh, one.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what Vanilla Ice and the Mavs have in common? They both from Dallas and they both one-hit wonders. Just kidding.
Hey, Luka's coming for that ring, bro.
No, Luka's.
Guaranteed.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm a junkie. I'm a basketball junkie. I promise. Like from high school, Europe. I was watching him when he was 17 over there and doing his thing. I'm like, this dude is the next one, dude. Like you can see it at a young age. Like he was killing them grown men over there. You know what I'm saying? And it translated here. Dude's a superstar. Dude is, he could be like LeBron. Honestly, I'm not even just saying that as hyperbole. I wasn't even really a big Dirk fan like that. You know what I'm saying?
I think
but,
he just
but
needs to
Luka,
hit that gym. If Luka hits that gym, bro,
what?
man,
Y'all over here, he over here in Deep Bellum, y'all giving him shots, man. Y'all over here, hey, Luka. You know what I'm saying? He can't help himself. He the king around here, man.
Man, I'm telling you, he
What
needs
are the Cowboys
he
gonna
needs
be
to
good?
get that Mamba mentality.
Are the Cowboys gonna be good?
That
so?
defense,
That
defense is supposed to be cold this year.
Right.
You know, so
Lost a couple wide receivers.
Yeah,
offensive linemen.
I know Gregory's gone.
Yeah.
He booked, but we still got Michael Parsons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's cold,
Yeah,
man.
he's cold.
You know,
He's
got
cold.
the young talent right there. He's gonna be a beast. And he's just getting started too, man. So
Yeah.
for the rest of the boys,
I'm gonna be real honest with you, man. They know me here. I'm a Cowboy troll, bro. Like I am a Cowboy fan.
Man.
Hey, but see, I get it first though. I try to keep the peace. I do. And then I walk in with my Bear shit and be like, "What the fuck is that, man?" I'm like, "All right, well, let's talk about y'all then. Let's do it then." But
hey
nah.
man, do we got a Cowboy jersey man, somewhere?
Yeah, I gotta use the restroom, man.
Dang. You shitting on my boys.
Yeah, sure. Now I've never won. No, I had one Cowboy jersey. Let me not lie on this podcast. I had a Deion when I moved here. My mom got me a Deion for Christmas because Deion was the man. I don't care if you weren't a Cowboy fan or not. Deion Sanders was a man. And I had his shoes too. Deion was cold.
Yeah.
So let me not lie and say I never had a Cowboys jersey.
Yeah.
But then eventually, as I moved here, and everybody's giving me shit, man. The Bears, sorry, man. I'm like, what? They're my team. I'm loyal, man. I don't think we're gonna win a lot of games this year, but I don't think we're gonna be as bad as people.
Who's
think.
your quarterback?
Justin Fields, man. He right here, young, 22 years old. Look, the Bears have had like 20 different quarterbacks since I've been alive, bro. I'm 38 years old. I'm telling you, I have never bought one Bears quarterback jersey in my life. I have 3 of these motherfuckers: the orange, the navy, and the white.
Yeah.
Because that's how much I feel like. That's how good I think he's gonna be. We never had a quarterback that was almost a Heisman winner. You know what I'm saying? All the pedigree. You know what I'm saying? Like he can run, he can throw, he's smart. You know, when we drafted Mitchell Trubisky, our last quarterback, bro, I was furious, bro. I was furious like that. Like I said, I'm a junkie, bro. I watch the drafts, everything, and I never bought a Mitchell Trubisky jersey in my life, bro, ever. So that's how much faith that I have. It's gonna take some time, but I think that we're gonna be all right.
So okay, since you say you're a football or sports junkie, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think about the boys?
I think honestly,
Without trolling.
No, without trolling. No,
yeah.
for real. Because I could troll and talk shit, but when we get into real opinion, I'll be like, Micah is gonna be like a top 5. You know, he could end up being when Aaron Donald is gone from the Rams. Like he could end up being the best defensive player in the league, dude. Like he can do everything: inside linebacker, edge, cover. Like he can do everything, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and I liked him in the draft too. Like we were picked 20th, right? And we moved up to draft Fields, our quarterback, and that's who I wanted. But I thought it was a long shot. But if we didn't get Fields, Michael was like, dude, we need another linebacker. He was a shit in college. Like at Penn State, he was cold. So yeah, Micah's good. Dak, you paid him all the money. You gotta show results, but I think he's good. He's not trash. Nah, he's good. He's good. He's won playoff games. You know what I'm saying?
I think the injury is still lingering.
They
in the
trying to
back of his
record me
mind.
to see if my boy over here trying to record me, make sure to throw it in my face later on. No, but yeah, and CeeDee Lamb. He could have a breaker. He could be a superstar too. So there is, but is the coach good? You know, there's always like, first you had Jason Garrett and
I think they should go for what's his name?
Sean Payton.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think that eventually it's gonna happen.
I think so
After
too.
this season, I'm pretty sure
We fired our sorry ass coach. Our coach was the worst in the league. You know what I'm saying? But I had some hope to get Sean Payton too, because he's from Chicago and he played with the Bears. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Bears fans were all, and I knew that shit ain't gonna happen. This is where he wants to be. I can see that shit happening too. Like, let's say the Cowboys go 8-9 this year.
So, but there was a reason why he couldn't just jump ship, right?
No, because he retired, right?
Uh-huh.
So when you retire, you have to wait a year.
A year, okay.
Yeah,
that's
so he
what
can't
it
just
is.
jump. So I think Amazon or Fox, Amazon gave him the bag. Like, hey, come on, come be an analyst, because that's who's getting all the money right now, bro. Not coaches. the people on the mic.
Yeah.
You know, like Joe Buck and Troy Aikman just got a stupid, ridiculous deal.
Embassy Fox, what's up? Highlight.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what happened, though, with like that. And the first one to do that, the one who set the standard, bro, Tony Romo, bro. Yeah. They gave Tony Romo, here, please, stay. They gave him the bag, making more money than he ever did as a Cowboy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. And he's good at it, you know? Oh. Probably better than he was a quarterback, to be quite honest. But no, I'm just kidding. Nah. Tony gets a lot of shit by some fans around here, but I think he was unappreciated around here, to be honest, man.
Look, I think he would even make a badass coach.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, because I think the reason why Dak had that success early on was because Romo was in that headset,
right?
You know, because he had just got hurt, so he's still in the team. That's true. And, you know, he was being Dak's eyes, bro.
Yeah. I forgot about that. You're right. Yeah, so I feel like the Cowboys are going to be – they have a shot to win the division, right? But I feel like if something happens, like a losing streak or something, and they could turn on that coach quick, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, if they start off slow, it might be shit hitting the fan. You know what I'm saying? But if they start off 3-1, the Bears come down here too. I'm going. They come down in October, and I went back in 2010. We won, but there was a lot of people from Chicago. They want to see that because they don't want to go to our shitty ass stadium over there, man. Grass and sand, motherfuckers playing in sand and grass and shit. They want to come see Jerry's World, man. Yeah. So yeah, but if the Cowboys start off good, then but if I want to see what happens if they hit a little, you know what I'm saying? They hit. Yep.
Man. Well, I don't want to see that.
No, I'm just saying. No. I'm saying you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like if they start hitting some turmoil, are they gonna turn on McCarthy? You know what I'm saying? Or because they know, like, hey, Jerry, you know, hey, I'm already waiting. You know what I'm saying?
I'm already turning with that loss the other day.
I thought that was a good hire when it happened because I mean
I was mad because New York won. And I was like, man, what the fuck? New York's doing better already.
Right.
It's preseason, hopefully, you know.
Nah, but we'll see, man. We'll see. It's a long season.
Y'all just played, right?
Yeah, yesterday. We played yesterday. It was cool. We did good. I like our new coach. Like I said, we ain't gonna win a lot. I say we're gonna go 7-10. But we're gonna play like hard, like fast, effort. Games are gonna be close. We're gonna lose because we're young and we don't have that much. Like it's gonna be more effort than talent. Let's put it that way. And 6-11, 7-10. Something like that.
We'll see what happens.
Our schedule sucks.
I hit you up in the middle.
Yeah,
of the
season. do that. I don't believe like I would tell you, man. As a fan, we could talk about it. The last thing I want to say is, as a fan, I hate watching ESPN, bro. Like I hate it. Like I listen to podcasts, right? This one and sports podcasts.
Man, on Instagram, I seen you following Stephen A. Smith. Bro, first take.
Bro, that is so. They do not. I would say it. Fuck it. They don't know shit on there, bro. Yeah. Like if you don't follow the writers that are there at practice, like the Dallas Morning News guys or the different blogs around here that are there at practice every day, then you ain't doing it right, bro. Don't listen to Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless, bro. That's just entertainment. Oh, yeah. And that's why, and they paid. They getting hit, shout out, get your money, man. Mm-hmm. Shannon Sharp, get your money. Skip, get your money. All you guys get your, but I listen to like podcasts and writers, like I listen to a Bears podcast, Saturday Night to Hallis, CHGO Bears. Like I listen, that's all I listen to, bro. My kids say, I feel like I turned into my dad who listened to AM radio in his Astro van. Now I'm listening to podcasts and shit the whole time. I don't even listen to the rap. I'm just listening to sports podcasts all day. So yeah, you open a can of worms when it comes to sports, bro. I love sports. So, but,
yeah, that was dope, man. So I was gonna ask you, I like to ask the guests when they come through. So, how was it for you during COVID?
Oh man, I'm already a hermit, bro. This is like my best friend, right? Like my brother, right here. I haven't seen him in like 2 years. I'm a hermit, bro. Like I just stay in. Me and my wife and kids go family places. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We talk every day, all the time. But like seeing people, now that gave me like. I stayed in, bro. You know what I'm saying? Call me, I just was cautious. Plus, my wife was pregnant when the pandemic hit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
So it wasn't like, my wife was pregnant. We didn't know what that shit was. You know what I'm saying? And I have 3 boys. You know what I'm saying? At the time, were 12, 10, and 7. You know what I'm saying? So I was not going anywhere. And she wasn't either. You know, and some of our family members got hit with it. Seriously, like in the hospital, like scary, like, are they going to make it? I won't get too technical or who it was or nothing, but we had close family members. You know what I'm saying? So when that happened, but as soon as the vaccines came out, like, I got it. I don't care. People are anti-vax. Go be anti-vax. Go do it over there, away from me and my family. Or you don't want to wear a mask? Cool, go over there. I'm not gonna get into a debate with you. You know what I'm saying? But hey, when them vax, give me them. Give me 4. I got 4.
He said, give me 4.
That's just me. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? My kids are all vaccinated. My wife is vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get my little daughter. They just came out with it. Me personally, I'm with that. Whatever you want to do, fine, cool. But I just seen people affected by it too much to, like, I know people probably turn this off already, but it's like, I don't understand how this got political. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I don't know how science got into politics like this. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But yeah, I stayed in, bro. It was scary. I mean, I knew it was serious, bro, when they shut the fucking March Madness down, that tournament. When they shut that shit down, like, that was the first thing to go. I was like,
I was watching the Mavs.
Yeah,
and they were saying that as soon as this game's over, that's it.
Yeah, I was like, bro, when they shut down billion-dollar corporations like that, that's when I knew, like, this shit is real. Holy shit. You know what I'm saying? And I remember it was my younger sister's birthday. It was March 11th. And everything just shut down, bro. Everything. And, of course, everybody. Bro, I went to Walmart like 2 weeks later, and this dude had like a Back to the Future suit. Bro, I'm not even lying. Yeah, like, when he goes into George McFly's room, he was dressed in that shit. And I thought, I had a mask on. I was like, God, bro, this shit's real. This is like the outbreak shit, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is crazy.
I seen them people with them gas masks on.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I was like, damn.
But I mean, like I said, it affected everybody. I'm glad we're here at this point now, where all of us in here, and like, it's still out there. Still gotta be careful, but it's not, where it was.
Yeah, it's not as bad, especially if you're vaccinated. You know
Right.
what I mean? You get it, and it's just.
It is what it is, man. It's can you still get it? Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I don't know. That's I said.
And now they're hitting you with the monkeypox.
Oh, bro. See? I can't do nothing about the monkey. I don't know, man. I seen it, but
I told Big
can
Jim.
you educate me on that? Oh.
I told Big Jim, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to have you over here to do a conspiracy show with me.
Hey, bro.
Hey, that's coming, though.
He's still on it. I can't tell you how many times or how many road trips I done took with my boy, and it's 4 a.m. We're in New Mexico in the middle of nowhere. He's like, you believe in aliens, bro? Roswell. And we just get to talking. Hey, man, there was a lechuza outside my crib. He gets in the.
But them lechuzas are real, bro. Especially if you see them hoes in the morning, in the daytime.
Hey, man, we was in the middle of nowhere in Arizona, bro, and 1 hour just flew by our big gun van, bro. We were like, "Hey, did you see that shit, man?"
Was it at night?
Yeah.
See, that's when they come out.
Okay.
Hey,
if you see it during
when you see them bitches during the day, sun is out and everything, they're standing on a tree, bro.
Right.
Hey, it's time to worry, bro.
Hey, see? Hey, man, you got a boiled egg under my chair, bro. What's up with that?
Hey, my moms used to tell me some crazy shit back in the day. They were brujas, bro.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I heard that too. But I mean, yeah, Jim's. I got some conspiracies that I believe in, but I don't know, man.
So you don't think that
like the vaccine
that they're over here spreading the monkeypox?
Nah, or like the vaccine was a tracker. The vaccine, bro, they got a chip in you. Meanwhile, your phone's in your pocket, walking around, bro. The chip's right there, bro. It's in your pocket. If you want to know if the government's tracking you or not, there it is, right there. You know what I'm saying, bro? The one conspiracy that made me want to just grab my phone and throw it at the wall was them 5G towers, bro. They spreading the Rona.
They spread the Rona.
Bro, gee, come on, man. Yeah, the drone, yeah.
Look up at night, bro. They be spraying
Oh man. Oh man. See, here we go. We about now, but there's some conspiracies. I think some others is
But
like
not the corona, not the monkeypox.
Nah, I mean the monkey maybe
Hey, you remember when
population
they did
control.
the Ebola?
Oh yeah, see, why didn't that spread like this?
That's supposed to be worse, bro.
It was, or SARS, right? Isn't corona? I see. I don't want to get on here and talk ignorant and shit, so I don't know, but isn't like corona a form of SARS, right? It is. So I don't know.
I guess it just kind of mutated.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Right, and it still has. I don't even know which, but I still stay. I try to stay protected and still socially distant and do all that, sanitizer in the car, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's all habit now. Yeah. But it's kind of crazy where we're at now from where we're at like 3 years ago. Where
it's crazy.
If you wear a mask, people are like, they're kind of side-eyeing you now if you wear a mask. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. I still wear a mask.
Way before COVID, I used to see this one lady at a Walmart, bro. Mm-hmm. She would always wear gloves, and she already had a mask.
For real? Yeah. Way before?
Yeah, way before. And I used to be like, it's like, I asked her about the gloves, and then she said, nah, it's dirty, it's germs and stuff like that. Hey, bro, she was telling me, he's like, you should see my gloves by the end of the night. Them gloves were like nasty, bro.
I bet.
So just touching all that money. Bet. So, that lady seen it
was ahead of the game.
Oh, yeah.
God bless that lady. Hope she's all right.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean?
No, but yeah. And then Back to the Future suit. No, but I'm just glad that we're here now. That hopefully, this, I just hope that we can get back to somewhat reality, which we have, but now you got monkeypox. Then I heard New York polio's back.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? All these Oregon Trail ass fucking diseases are coming back, bro. And I'm like, it's because a lot of people don't want to get their kids vaccinated, man. For real, like, how the hell is polio back, bro? Like, how? You know what I'm saying? It's, hey, do you? But the proof is in the science, man.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe in God, but I also. I'm going to listen to my doctor if he tells me.
He's like Esqueleto from Nacho Libre.
Yeah, you only believe in science? You're only mad because I believe in science? That's my movie. Man, shout out. Man, my wife and kids hate that movie. I could quote that movie word for word,
that bitch is funny.
Yeah, that bitch is funny as hell.
So we already know you're from Chicago, man.
Right.
So what year were you born, man?
1984.
1984.
Yeah.
So I got you by 4 years.
Yeah.
Still young cat.
1984. I'm from Little Village, La Villita, 28th and Ridgeway. I got 3 sisters and a brother. They all still live up there. My dad still lives up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, same mom and dad. My mom and dad just split up.
Yeah. So where your parents from?
Well, my dad's from Monterrey and my mom's from Morelia. Yeah, that's why me and Mars and like all my big gun people, like I got real tight and cool because like our families from like the town next to each other, like my mom and their moms too, so and their mom and dad. So, but yeah, I'm from Chicago. I went to St. Agnes. I moved here when I was like 13 or 14 in like 8th grade, the end of 7th, 8th grade. You know what I'm saying?
Did you move out here by yourself or?
Nah, my mom, she just spun the globe and picked the Dallas. Yeah, picked Texas. It was she split up with my pops. This was like 94, 95. Mm-hmm. Are you gonna get Oprah on here? I might start crying on here. No, no, but this, I grew up there. I played ball. My neighborhood was everything to me, bro. Like it still is. Like I bleed Little Village. Like I'm from there. My brothers are from there, like my sister, like everybody. I got cousins. My tia still lives in the same crib. You know what I'm saying? And it's like me. If it wasn't for that, a lot of people have seen things, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm not no gangster. I don't pack guns. I don't sell drugs. But what I've seen before 13, it was a lot of that most people seen in their whole lives. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Gang environment, 2-6 Kings, you know what I'm saying?
So how was it growing up out there in Chicago? Because, a lot of the Land Kings they're Puerto Rican, right?
No, that's the thing. I'm from Little Village. Like, Chicago is really, really segregated, bro. Like, Little Village is all Mexican. Like, 99.9 Mexican. Like it's a whole area, yeah. And then you have Humboldt Park, where it used to be. See, things have changed and gentrified there, so I don't know, but Humboldt Park was where all the Puerto Ricans at. Logan Square, you know what I'm saying? And then you had Pilsen and Little Village, which was the Mexican area. Excuse me. And what I mean by that is like Mexican. It wasn't Salvadorans there scattered, or wasn't a Puerto Rican scattered. I didn't go to school. I went to school with all Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if you live in Humboldt Park, you went to school with all Puerto Ricans. If you live out south, it was mostly black. If you live out west, it was mostly black. It's super segregated. It still is, bro. It's just like I didn't, meet a white person or black person until I moved to Texas, bro. Because my whole neighborhood was just Mexican. It's just really segregated like that. But that was the blessings of moving here. But we'll get to that. But yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Like basketball was my first love. That's why I love sports. My brother was doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? And he worked too.
So he was older than you?
Yeah, he's 13 years older than me.
Damn.
Yeah. 12 years. My sister's 13 years older.
That's a big gap.
Yeah. So they was 22 and I was like, you know what I'm saying, 9, 10 years old. My brother was like my dad.
Yeah.
Like I look up to my brother. You know what I'm saying? And he did his thing. And he made sure that I wasn't out there doing what I was supposed to do. If I turn my hat to the left or right, because you know how Chicago is, if you wear your hat left or right, that's like you're left, you're one thing. You're right, you're another. People and folks, right? So if I was just jokingly turning my hat, you know what I'm saying? He snatched the shit off my fucking head, like that gang shit ain't cool. He put
that. So just by the twist.
Like you know what I'm saying, like how you got it on right now.
So what would I be claiming?
In my neighborhood, you'd be a 2-6 right now.
Dang.
Yeah, you got it to the right. If you had it to the other side, you'd be a Latin King. That's just how it was. I don't know. Like I said, I've been
gangs or what?
Yep, it's just Latin Kings on one side and 2-6 on another side. And if you don't look familiar, they gonna ask you.
They had vice lords out there too. Right?
Yeah, that's outside. That's out west, on the west side actually.
Oh, okay.
Right, and then like I said, a lot of these gangs are divided by cultures. You know what I'm saying? Like if you a Latin count or something, you're probably Puerto Rican. If you're a Latin King, then you're Mexican or Puerto Rican. Because that's how big the Latin Kings are. But I know this shit, and a lot of Chicago people know this shit, and you don't even have to be in the gang or nothing. You just know. You know what I'm saying? For LA, it's the same shit. Yeah. That's why I love it, and it's home. But this is home now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that I got to move here because, like I said, growing up, shootouts in front of my crib, like we getting raspas and from the raspa lady, and all of a sudden you just hear and you gotta run your ass inside, or we're playing baseball in my backyard and dudes getting chased, cutting through my backyard, shit like that. But we thought that shit was normal, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so crazy. And I got nieces and I got nephews and nieces, you know what I'm saying, and that think that shit's the norm. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm grateful for moving here.
It's crazy because in 93, my pops made the decision to come to Dallas. Right. But he was like, man, we're making a pit stop. If it don't work out, we're moving to Chicago or Atlanta. Right. And I'm thinking to my pops, I'm like, dude, you just got us out from LA to take us to Chicago if it don't plan out in Dallas. I was like, man, that's just backwards, bro. Right. I was like, might as well head back to the West Coast. Right. Where I know at least I'm going to be safe out there. Yeah. Heading to Chicago, I was like, fuck that, bro.
It's bad, but it was normal. But I had I'm not going to say their names or nothing, but I had nephews that grew up still there in the neighborhood, right? And 13, 14, carrying guns, and they thought that shit was normal. And I'd be like, what the fuck? I'm there visiting, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I'm glad I got out this motherfucker. And I'm trying to school them and tell them, this ain't for you, and being the, you know what I'm saying? But they ain't trying to hear it. That's all they know. It's kill or be killed for some people.
Shit, call it Chirac for no reason.
Yeah, but if you from there, you don't really say that, though. Nah, there people don't like that shit. Honestly, I don't call it Chirac. That shit's that's what music and that's kind of what CNN portrays. Because for honestly, Chicago is more than that, bro. It's gangs, and yes, you see all that on CNN and all that shit, but it is a very heavy cultural city, whether it's Mexicans or Puerto Ricans or Italians or Irish, and you have like black historic, monuments and icons that are from Chicago, you know what I'm saying, that done stuff, for the civil rights movement and things like that. So Chicago is more than just gangs. I kind of get offended. Not by what you say, but I'm saying like when people are like, "Oh, you from Chicago?" Oh, I'm like, bro, it's more than you watch too much TV, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful city. I love it. This is home now. My family's here. My daughter and my boys are here. My wife is here. And, but Chicago's always going to have like a place in my heart. Always, always, always. Because like I said, I wouldn't be this person. Yeah. I wouldn't be me. And then I moved here when I was 14 to Irving, Texas. So I went from South Chicago to Irving, Texas.
Crooked eye.
Crooked eye. Bro, culture shock, bro. You want to talk about I was homesick. I was mad at my mom. But it's because me and my pops, we didn't really get along, bro. Like, I hit an age and they didn't want me to go to high school out there. Like, I lived in Farragut School District, you know what I'm saying? And that was kind of a bad school to go to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And at that time, it was that or go to a private school, you know what I'm saying? And I went to a private school growing up, I went to one, but a high school, all boys. That's what the choice I had. So I just came with my mom. I visited here a couple times. I didn't really like it, I was like, that's home. And home is home, but but by the time I hit like 13 or 14, I was like, right, fuck it, I'm going to move here. And I moved here. And at first I was homesick, bro. I hated it. But then more and more I got here. And then I hit like 17 and 18 and started going to Ledbetter in West Dallas. And I was like, oh, this shit is popping. Oh, this is cool over here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And nothing against Irving. It was just like, it wasn't my, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't what I was used to. You know what I'm saying? So when I got to like high school, I met some cool people. I played ball. Shout out to all my boys, Nana, Dre, Breezy, you know what I'm saying? Lou. All my boys in high school, those were my John, G.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Irving. I went to school playing skills. Oh, okay. Yeah, so they were 2 years older than me. That's kind of like crazy that we connected later on in music, but like our school had a lot of like artists in Dallas that were doing their thing, man. My boy Necessary, who produced on my album, he went there. Playing Skills went there, you know what I'm saying? And I went there, and you had a couple other athletes that went to that school that did their thing too, so. But I went to Irving. Then about 18 or 19, I started going to West Dallas. Like my boy Ness was like, hey, man, there's a studio open in West Dallas. I was like, yeah. And at the time, bro, I just started rapping. Like I was just freestyling on lock beats and beats from the Locks and Dipset and talking about shit that I wasn't doing, gangs and guns, because I thought that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole battle culture. You know what I'm saying? So then I go to Big Gun Studio, and my boy Mars was there, and Johnny was his studio, his brother Julio, Rick, you know what I'm saying? They were like, they record. Now my boy that took me there, he ended up going in separate ways, you know what I'm saying? But I had other people like, hey, why don't you stay here? Why don't you, And I was like, I told my boy Ness that I'm gonna stay here, bro. I think this is a cool little label. I like what they're doing here. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, I started recording, and I sucked.
Said I sucked.
Yeah, and they let me know I sucked. You know what I'm saying? It was like they could see the potential that I was raw, but I had a long way to go, bro. Long way to go. And then eventually, I just started getting better. I was there every day.
Practice makes
bro. 6 to 6 in the morning. My shout out to my boy Mars here. He had this young man was 5 years old, 6 years old at the time.
Shout out Big Guns Records.
Yeah, Big Gun Records. Johnny Quinn, Mario Quinn, Julio Quinn, Rick. Shout out to my boy J-Tech, who used to record me. Spin Kid. You know what I'm saying? They recorded me too, but they groomed me too. They helped me too. Shout out to them. I can't forget them. But Mars was there and just was helping me. And Johnny was helped me. And at first I was a stubborn dude, bro. Like I didn't want to hear that. I thought I was good. Right? Someone comes in and tells you, bro, you suck. Or, nah, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And I'm like, man, these hood dudes from West Dallas, what the hell they know? You know what I'm saying? But eventually I listened and I started to get better. And then I wasn't really doing much here. Like I was working at the mall, right? And the studio was just a studio. So I was like, man, I'm moving back to Chicago. So I moved back to Chicago for like a year and a half, 2 years. Shit. Yeah. But before I left, bro, I promise you, Johnny, the CEO of Big Gun, comes and knocks on my door. And it's cold. He got a jacket. And he's like, hey, man, we're about to go to Houston, man, and work with these producers. This producer, man, Happy Perez. And I'm like, never heard of him. I was like, okay, I'm moving, bro. Like literally the next day, I was getting on a plane and I was gone. So I'm moving, bro. I'm sorry. You know, I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted to go to school, college. So I went back to Chicago and I moved, 18, 19, I moved back to Chicago for like a year and a half. And me and my dad got into it there. And long story short, it was like, hey, get a job or get the hell out. I'm going to Mexico. And when I come back, you better have a job, motherfucker. Because I was just there writing on the internet. I was just going to school, playing ball, trying to play on the college team over there at Morton College in Cicero. And so I came back and Johnny was right there. He was like, yo, what's up? And I had been working in Chicago. That's all I did, bro. I didn't really have much friends over there. My dad he didn't live in Little Village no more. He lived in Cicero. I didn't really have much friends. So all I was doing was just writing. So then I got back and boom, Johnny was like, hey, check these out. And he played Happy P. Nothing but Happy P. And if some of y'all who ain't familiar with Happy P, he's a dope house producer, John Gotti, SPM, Bash. Like, he was doing things. Yeah. Right? So I was rapping on that stuff, making mixtapes. I went by A Fury at the time. Yeah, A Fury. So my real name's Alex. So yeah, in case you didn't catch that went over y'all heads. But so then eventually I took Blast and changed my name to Blast, and we just started working on mixtapes, bro. My first mixtape.
But how did the name Blast come about?
See, some people get confused because when I moved here, I didn't know about no Tango Blast, right? Yeah. So, of course I didn't want to cross no codes and nothing like that. Yeah. But my cousin, he was a tagger in Chicago. His name was Blast. And I liked that. I said, I like that name. He said, yeah, it's dope, right? He's like, yeah, I think I'm going to use that. In Chicago, he's a graffiti artist. He went by Blast. And I was like, I think I'm going to use that, man. He's like, you should. Actually, I don't think he said that. I think I just snatched his shit. Just took his fucking name. Yeah. Shout out to my cousin Joe. But I just went with Blast. And then what's crazy is that at first I kind of got some pushback, but then I meet a lot of people. Hey, man, we bumping your shit in you know what I'm saying? And it was all love after that. Now I go by PutMeOnBlast. But anyway, back to the story. I started recording and I worked on my first mixtape, bro. PutMeOnBlast. And then we did volume 2 and volume 3, right? And then we met Playing Skills. And I was working with Happy at the time, too. And then at the time, Johnny had let Happy borrow his MPC player. Kids back in the day, people had MPCs and actual equipment to make beats, not just the computer. So we let Hap borrow the MPC player. He takes it on the road. He ends up making Sugar, Bash, and Frankie J on that MPC player. So all the sounds for Sugar are on Johnny's MPC player. So I thought that was a pretty dope story too. Oh yeah. Yeah. So then we make this music. We hook up with Playing Skills. We go to Houston, like back and forth to Houston, bro. My whole album, half of it was in Houston. And remember, this is 05, 06 now. And Houston was the melting pot of rap. You know what I'm saying? It turned into New York, like little New York. You know what I'm saying? And we were going back and forth. And, we're doing records with Playing Skills. I do Coming Down Swangin' with the Big Tuck sample. We get Tuck on there, right? Then I go down there and out of nowhere, I want you to keep in mind, I only have been rapping like 3 years, all right? By this point, Johnny like, say, man, you want to do a song with Bun B? I'm like, huh? And you want to do a song with Bun B? And I was like, yeah. Bro, we go to Toe Down Studio in Houston. Playing Skills make the beat originally. And I'm there with Bun B, bro. Like, these are artists I listen to, you know what I'm saying? And he's there, we're talking, and he's talking about, because this was when his first album was coming out. So then he's like, all right, you ready? So yeah, we get in there. Bro, we're in there for 20 minutes. I got one fucking line on the paper. He turns around. You ready, bro? I'm ready. Let's go. Bro, motherfucker went in there 20 minutes, another 15 minutes recorded his verse, and I just got one line on my paper. And I was like, bro, I'm out of my fucking league here. You know what I'm saying? But it was moments like that kind of pushed me like to try to get better. And then eventually we met Manny. And we were in the studio with Manny Fresh and Scarface. So I did something with Manny Fresh, so Hood Rich. You can look it up on YouTube. Pimping These Hoes with Bum B. You can look it up on YouTube too. But
remember we met Pimp C the day he got out?
Oh, it's true. We met Pimp C the day he got out of jail. This was all at a studio we worked out of in Houston called 7303. Now you can look that up. There's some with Jay Prince, you know. But I got a lot of stories, man. But we working out that studio. We record with Manny. We record with Bun. Got a song. Later on, we meet Fred, who was the manager of the studio, who used to be Scarface's manager. Said, y'all want to do a song with Face? And I'm like Scarface? Like the Scarface? And they're like, yeah. Bro, he comes in like 2 hours later. Playing skills, give him the beat. He writes to it. And I wrote to it. We got footage of it. I mean, it was all surreal to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm 21, 22. And I got Manny and Manny Fresh, Scarface. You know, but all these records are dope, right? But we're like, we don't have we need like a hit. So then playing skills are like, y'all heard this one? And they play, hey girl, I see you standing. And it was Akon on the record. And as soon as we heard it, we knew it was like, yeah. I have to do shit, bro. The hook was ready. The beat was ready. I just had to go in there and fucking rap. And that was it. So, boom, do that record. And we work on the other album fillers. I got Happy P, Playing Skills, Mr. Lee. You know, my first album, Unexpected, had everybody was a platinum producer on it. Like, and I'm not trying to name drop or something, but it was just like surreal to me. Like I did, like, man, we're doing it.
It was real shit.
It was real shit, right? It's like my boy Johnny, all my boys, my team. If it wasn't for them, you know, they invested in me. They believed in me. But they did the shit because that's why we called us, you know, bringing out the big guns. It wasn't because of the guns. It was like we're bringing out the big guns. You know, like we're doing it big. Oh, yeah. That's where it came from. So Johnny was like, hey, man, we're going to go hard or go home. You know what I'm saying? And he was just persistent in trying to make history around here. And like, you know, the rest is like history. Akon gets on the radio. It's #1 on Casa and KNON in like 3 days. Look me in my eyes.
Casa used to be a radio station.
Yeah, it used to be a radio station.
It's no longer here.
No. And then we get Hood Rich on K104 and it's #1 for like 3-4 weeks, like a month straight. You know, we did a little battle with, it was like Blast featuring Manny Fresh. I remember Cat Daddy said, oh, this ain't fair. This local rapper got Manny Fresh on here. You know what I'm saying? And that, you know, that was another story. I went in the studio with Manny, bro, and like, he was playing his beats that he already had ready. And this is Manny when he was doing shit with Jeezy and Flip. You know, he had his song when Manny had left Cash Money and he was doing his own thing, you know? So we got in the studio with him. He was like, what you want? First, he had to hear my shit, right? I had to pass the test. Like, he ain't finna... Like, guys, a lot of these producers, all money ain't good money. You know what I'm saying? You could throw a producer all this bread, but if you stink, it ain't gonna... A lot of times, they were like, nah, we'll pass. You know what I'm saying? That's what Manny did. Manny heard me rap, heard some records, like, okay, all right. So then we get in there, and he's like, you don't like none of these? I'm like, they cool. Mars is like, they cool. Yeah, about 40 tracks. Damn. And then boom, he just starts making it from scratch. So then I could hear the elements, and then he's writing his hook. Damn, there is some ostrich chairs. Check it out. Stepping out in my Nike Airs. I mean, he's just doing it, and just like that. 20 minutes. I mean, that's the level that it kind of humbled me, because it was like, man, you could think you're dope, but when you get in there with the big dogs, no sir, step it up. You better go back to the drawing board. You better go harder. And it did, though. It did. It made me go harder. It made me like, man, this is what it takes. Bun B writing a verse in 20 minutes. Face writing a verse in 20 minutes. And that shit was dope. It wasn't like some 20-minute throwaway. No, that shit is fire. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how I grew. Then later on, we met Jim. Jim had his deal with Universal. It fell out. You know, Crazy For You was a top 15 Billboard chart. With MC Magic, it was charting. He had Soulfly with the MB Riders. You know what I'm saying? And he saw us, what we were doing around here. You know, and he was like, hey, man, him and Johnny got real cool. You know, he would come to the studio. He did a feature for me for free. Like, he was already known around here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he saw potential. He was like, hey, man, you go hard, bro. And I was like, appreciate it, man. I was like, damn, Jim and I said, I go hard, you know?
Yeah.
So he signs with us. He does his album. Shit sold almost 500,000. You know, almost went gold. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if we did some, you know, I don't like to do the what if shit, but if we went about it another way, it would have went gold. It would have sold platinum shit. Hypnotized was #1 in LA for like 6 weeks on Power. You know what I'm saying? I got to do 50 cities with my guy, you know, and I'm still on the road with him like now. So that's how me and Jim hooked up.
I just had a show recently, right?
Yeah, we had one in Albuquerque in New Mexico. And then the week before that was Phoenix. And then before that, Houston. We chilling right now. But we got some things in the works, even probably around here too. So me and him like to keep the Dallas ones, you know, kind of further apart. Because, you know, we like to drop in, do our thing, and surprise folks around here. But Jim's still doing his thing. I'm still doing my thing. But that's kind of how I got to where I'm at now.
Did you ever get that text?
No, not yet. I got it. Once I get it confirmed, I'll let you know.
Already.
No, but that's how I ended up. That's how I'm here. That's how Blast became. I mean, working with different producers, bro. Like, other people go about it another way. Some say I was spoiled. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was. But I worked hard, bro. We were just talking about it off air, right? I went to these gas stations. I was on Northwest Highway. I was on Clarendon on the car wash. I was, you know what I'm saying, in different places in the hood, suburbs. Johnny would do that. Johnny would say, hey, man, you selling these CDs today? Okay, don't come to the studio then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He waited his time, bro.
Yeah.
He definitely waited and he worked that.
Yeah, because we had other artists on the label before me. I was just the hype man. You know what I'm saying? And I just waited and did my thing. But there's a lot of, exactly. There's a lot of artists now. That's the advice I give you, man. Is that if you think you reach here, you're not done. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a wall to break through and you got to keep working. That's like, okay, cool, right? My songs hit a certain level. But how's my bounce back? What else am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? Music took me so far. You know what I'm saying? What else could I do? And I know there's other ventures. Like, I could write. We write. We do placements in movies. Gemini's working on placements in movies. We get placements. You know, he got one with Frankie J that's about to be on. I wish I gave you. I don't want to lie to y'all and give you the wrong movie, but it'll be at the end of ending credits. Like, you just find different hustles, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got to do a lot of cool shit in my career. I work with Mike Dean, who's Kanye West's right-hand man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in the studio with him for 3 weeks. That's one of the most craziest stories, bro. I done told you about 3 stories all in one. But working with Mike Dean, if you're not familiar with Mike Dean, go look him up. All right? He did shit with the Ghetto Boys, Pimp C. He's a Texas legend. Now he works with Travis Scott. Now he's Kanye West. If you see Kanye, he's right there because he's his producer. He can do anything. I lost the beat, bro. I lost all the files. And he said, can I hear it? And this is, you know, we're there. We're like, yeah. It's a crazy white dude, got long hair, we're in his mansion and shit. His fucking equipment's everywhere, bro. Everywhere. And it looked like a fucking mad scientist lab, bro, right? So we show him the beat. And he hears it. Right? And he's, this bass line right here. Pulls out his guitar, starts playing the bass line with his guitar. Pulls out his MPC, starts doing the drums with them. Pulls out his other guitar, starts rolling with the guitar, playing every single sound that he heard on this wasn't his beat, bro. It was somebody else's beat.
Yeah.
And he was playing it by ear.
Dissect.
Yeah, dissect it. Bro, and now like I said, he was on tour with Kanye and Jay-Z, like playing the guitar. Like he's produced for Beyonce. He's produced for The Weeknd. He's produced for like, and mind you, I'm 22. I'm looking at him do this shit, and I'm like, oh yeah, everybody does this shit. Nah, bro. Nah, it's crazy, man. Like that was probably the craziest. And then you look at him now, he's probably the biggest producer that, quote, because everybody's big that I work with, bro. Everybody was a legend. Playing Skills, legends. They doing their thing still, you know? A lot of people, some people may say, not a lot, but some people may, like, what happened to Play? No, they're bigger than they ever been.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Miami.
Yes, exactly. In L.A., you know what I'm saying? They're Dallas legends, you know what I'm saying? I work with Tuck, Dallas legend, you know what I'm saying? I work with Hap, legend. He worked with Mariah Carey, produced Miguel's album. Tory Lanez, like I told you earlier, like Hap is, you know, I got to work with cool people, but Mike Dean was like, that was different, bro. I remember going to Mr. Lee's crib, and we were working with Mr. Lee, who's a legend himself. You know, go Google Mr. Lee if you need to. But he was like, where y'all going? I'll say, oh yeah, we headed to Mike Dean's crib. He's like, who? Mike Dean? I was like, yeah, we're going to Mike Dean. He's like, oh shit, man. Like they knew that this dude was like a genius. You know what I'm saying? So he's in the Travis Scott doc on Netflix. On Netflix, you can see him in there working on a song. He's a white guy engineer, you know, working on Astro World. You can see him on there a bunch of times working with Travis. He's a legend. He's from Houston too. So, like, yeah, that's how my album came about, bro. Unexpected, and people asking me, "Where's it at?" It's in I got them in my trunk and CDs if you want them. No, but we getting ready to put it on all platforms, man. I want to do it right though. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just here you go. Now I want to do it with proper promo and proper quality. I'm gonna add like 3 songs on there. You know what I'm saying? And do it right and make sure I get with Johnny and get with Mars and get with everybody and make sure that we do it right. So when I do put it back out there, because she came out in 2006.
So you're gonna come out with the remaster?
Yeah, remaster, a couple new tracks on there. You know what I'm saying? Tracks that people like that weren't on the album. Like I got a song called with Gemini called You Know. Get Off My that I'll probably put on there. But yeah, but that's how I got in the game. That's how I did it. And then I met Jim, and you know, he helped me take my career to the next level. Like, yeah, it's cool. I work with all those cool people, but Jim, artist wise, like creative wise, bro, he helped, you know, mold me, bro. Cause you get in the studio with Jim, bro, it's real deal, bro. Like it's crazy. People don't understand. Like he'll hum something. Ace One, our producer, play what he's humming, and then he'll hum something.
Y'all still fuck with Ace One?
Yeah.
Alex, right?
Yeah, and that's another producer. That's a producer I fuck with strong now, you know. Yeah. He wasn't on my album, but I was fucking with him back then too, you know what I'm saying?
I remember I had copped the beef from Ace One back in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
And we put Twin Berettas on that hoe. It's
Coast.
On Coast and Quarter Key.
Yeah.
It's on
Coast goes hard, bro.
It's on what do you call it? Boss Vegas. As a matter of fact, shout out Boss Vegas, man.
Man, we just talking about him, bro.
Yeah,
hey, I don't know if you got this or not, but every time I see Boss, it's love. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Boss. Shout out to Accomplish. Word Life doing his thing. Shout out to Coach, my boy Coach. He doing his thing. You know, he helped groom Playing Skills and make them do their thing. He always showing love. Like, there's a lot of people that I fuck with strong around here that every time I see him, it could be 20 years, 10, 8 years, whatever. But every time I see Boss, it's love. One time we were in Colorado. We had a show in Colorado. And we was just outside, just, you know, smoking. At the time I smoked, we was chilling. You know what I'm saying? And just like, yeah, damn, bro, we from Dallas and we in fucking Colorado right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So shout out, Boss is my boy, man. They're good people.
Yeah, man. So how does it feel like took a pause from the game and that you can say you're back touring with Jim?
It's dope. I mean,
does it feel surreal or what?
Yeah, cause now it's different. Man, I was single with no kids for a long time, and now I have my 3 boys and my daughter and my wife who are like everything. You know what I'm
How long you
saying?
been married?
3 years.
3 years?
Yep, 3 years.
But been together for longer than that, right?
We've been 3 years, man. 4 years, 5 years actually. 4 years been together. Married 3, going on 3. But I met her and like she already had 3 boys and I had no kids. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I tell people this all the time. Like when I was young, I was like, if I, kids and that wasn't my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I ran away from that. But when I met her and the kids, the boys, like they changed my life, bro. Like it's changed. Like I knew what mattered, bro. Like none of this shit, stage, fans, partying, whatever. None of that mattered when I met my wife and my kids, And I don't even like to say stepdad or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't like to put that label. I'm their dad,
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they got their dad, cool, but I'm there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm there too. And they like I said, they changed me. They made me a more of a man. Cause I was a man, but all I had to worry about was me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's different when it's like that. But when you meet and you give a piece of your heart to somebody, or it's different, bro. It's like when you have kids, it's different. I'm sure you know what I'm saying. But I met my wife and kids, and my wife got pregnant. Now I have a daughter, about 18 months.
Oh, congrats, man.
Appreciate it. Melody, she came and, I could try to be tough and cool, but she got me. I could, daddy jump, bro. I'm dropping her off in the morning to the daycare, and I got Coco Melon jamming for like 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She'll be like, Coco, and I'm like playing it the whole time. I like stopping at a stop sign with wheels on the bus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It changes you, bro. Like I did smoke, I did drink, I did party, I did, I got to live that cool artist lifestyle, but none of that shit matters no more, bro. Like I'm cool with where I'm at.
Now it's a different purpose.
Right, for sure. It's a different purpose. Like I want to be and still making music. I want to still, but I have the real estate stuff going on, and I have, I'm with Jim and we're working on stuff. I like working on his stuff. My stuff will come eventually when I feel it, because I gotta feel it. But when he's like, "Come on, let's go, let's work," and I'll get on. Hey man, get on this record. Boom, I get something, do something. Him and Ace One. You know what I'm saying? Just real quick, do something. Cause for me, I have a purpose, and that's first. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, I do want to get back to that. But it has to be right.
Yeah. I
was telling my boy, Young Mars here, like, my first album was cool, but I felt like it wasn't organic. You feel me? Like I felt like it could have been. I felt like it could have been better. Like we were trying to chase something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we were trying to. Okay, Manny Fresh is the man right now. Go get Manny Fresh. Akon locked up. All these. Akon was the hook master. Okay, get on a song with Akon. Khaled Park. All these songs on the. Khaled Park was killing the radio. Go do a song with Khaled Park. So. I felt like now, and the artist I am now, it's just like, it's easy. Like I wish I had this mentality, of course, but I'm blessed. I wouldn't change anything else for the world. But now my focus is on my boys, my daughter, my wife. She's my partner. Like, a lot of artists get on here and it's too cool for school, right? You don't talk about your wife, you don't talk about your family and shit, because that's not what rappers do. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't with that's number one. You know what I'm saying? Always. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I do everything now for them. So if you need a crib, you're selling your crib. You need a verse, give you a verse. We'll get to that later too. Yeah. Cause I don't get it twisted, bro. I'm out here. Yes, I do have a family, and yes, I'm married, and see me on Instagram cuddled up and all that good stuff. But I still serve a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool, man. That's life. You can see from the beginning to now, night and day, bro.
Life does a 360.
Yeah, it does, man.
Most definitely, man.
My bad, I get on your pod and just go on, man.
Nah, hell nah, bro. Shit, this is what it's about, man.
This is dope.
So earlier, off the air, we was talking about freestyling and shit, man. So I got this segment called the Brainasium, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you feeling it and you're brave enough, shit, I could pop in a quick beat, man, and
You want freestyle?
yeah.
Can you turn it up a little bit, Kenny? Is it too loud? Yeah. Okay. Run it back from me. Run it back from me, Kenny. One more time, please. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Okay.
Blast of the Brainasium.
Yes, sir. School just started, right?
Yep.
Right? Let me take them back to school, man. I tell them like this. Okay, let me school them. Slow suckers come see me. The way that you rappers rapping, go back and get your GED. Go back to home ec, whip up that fettuccine. Let these boys meet my world, I'm the principal, Mr. Feeney. Okay, here I go straight off the dome, that's psychology. 24 inches sitting vicious, that's geometry. Been around the country, bro, I study geography. But when I flow, I'm out this globe, now we talking astrology. I snap when I rap shit. I done took photography. Stacks in my jeans, man, now we talking biology. Obviously, people hating, it don't really bother me. These rappers make up shit. They took cosmetology. Cheerleaders, get off my jock. I'm a track and field star, boy, straight up off the blocks. And nope, never been shot. Popped to carry the Glock, but my clique good with the tools, all A's in shop. Yeah, they acted. We know they taking drama classes. Talk to the janitor. Your verses were the trashes. Salutatorian, man. I speak to the masses, but I run these hallways, bruh. So where the fuck your passes? Blasts on it. Read through these suckers hooked on phone. Icks and yep, I talk moolah. I don't speak Ebonics. If the money ain't right, go study your economics. Mars, they can't stand me, man. Call me Wash and say I turn family man. But say my name and watch me turn Candy Man. Drag your ass with one hook, bitch, I'm Candy Man. I used to make fucking pages bleed. Game changed shit. It must be my age, it seems. Back in my day, these rappers did dangerous things. Now they flicks on the net, doing stranger things. But me, I do it proper. How you calling for doctors? On the mic, catch a L. And I ain't talking about hopper, shit, I'm talking about choppers. Spray that shit like Banaka, flipping you upside down. How you screaming for Papa? Potting.
Are you not entertained? Ain't that why you're here? Hell yeah.
Man.
Appreciate that.
Bro.
That was fire,
I
man.
appreciate it, man. I ain't done that shit since like 05 or something like that. No, it's been like 2015 I kick a freestyle, bro. It's been a long time.
There you have it. Welcome to the Brainasium,
And it
man.
took one take too. Pretty good. Thought it was gonna be a couple times, but here we go.
Hey. That was dope. That was fire, man. Most definitely, man. That's a segment that I have, man. A lot of rappers ain't brave enough to get in front of that mic, man.
Nah.
Hey, but hey, you do your thing, man. I appreciate that. That was dope,
Thank
man.
you.
That's fire,
Appreciate
man.
it, man.
Say if you didn't think he still has it, man, ladies and gentlemen, the man still got it, man.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Just because you get old don't mean the craft
No,
leaves, you know what I'm saying?
never.
We still got them tools, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it seems like you keep that knife sharp. So.
Yeah, I do. I still love it, bro. Like that, the essence of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get the game is changing. I like that, bro. Like I listen to all that. The melodic, like there's still essence there. You know what I'm saying? But the essence of like, yo, like I used to go with my boy Ness to Caribbean Bar and Grill and I get these battle raps. You know, Caribbean Bar and Grill. Yeah.
Hey, Head Craig used to host that bitch.
Yeah. I used to go there with him, bro, and be like I wouldn't be brave enough to get on stage, but my boy Necessary was cold, bro. Like he was one of the best, bro, around here. And like you could ask anybody in that scene back then, he was a man. So shout out to my boy Necessary. He helped mentor me too a lot, bro. Like a lot.
He was the first rap artist we had.
Yeah. He was the first artist signed to Big Gun. I don't want to forget him, man. So let's make sure we get that in there because that's my dog, bro.
Most definitely.
And he had beats on my Unexpected album too.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring Big Guns in them chair and they're gonna have to get
No, if I could get him and Johnny to tell their side of our story too, you know what I'm saying? And I want to just shout out.
Hey, well, y'all here, man. So let's make that happen and shit. You know what I mean? If it doesn't,
camera shy, bro.
If Big Guns don't come on, we know why. You know.
Hey, you're gonna need more chairs, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good.
There's a lot, bro. Shout
We
out
got
to
room
West
and
Dallas.
time.
West Dallas, Ledbetter, man. Like I got a lot of love for that, bro. They embraced me like I was from there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like home. So shout out to West Dallas, Ledbetter. Like every time I go there, even now, they're like, "What's up, Black?" You know, people from the hood, they always show love. Like, cause when I was doing my put on, like it was like, "Yo, this where Big Gun at? This where, you know what I'm saying? Tepeyaks." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And shout out to Ledbetter, man. Always love all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Shout out to Big Jim also for
Shout out to Big Jim.
give me the number.
Shout out, hey man, hey, shout out. I want to just quick shout out before we roll out to all my Big Gun people that helped. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Uncut, Vince, Breezy, Lou, Comrade, my boy Esco, which is his cousin, Johnny's brother. Esco, shout out to Esco, man. Shout out to Merciless. Shout out to, you know, everybody that helped me, bro.
Hey, shout out to Freestyle too.
Yeah,
He's talking
Freestyle
about-
was
yeah.
there. Accomplice was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was cool back then, bro. It was cool, man. Johnny would let everybody come through the studio, bro. Everybody. So Freestyle would come, Accomplice would come, and we just be in there like, okay, you doing your stuff? Come on. Okay, I'm working
Yeah.
on my stuff. Come on. You know, and that's how we kind of iron sharpens iron, because everybody was just trying to like outdo each other.
I seen Accomplice earlier today.
Yeah.
He's like, "Who you got on today?" And I was like, "Shit, I got Blast." It's like, "Oh shit, for real, Blast."
Yeah.
Somebody said, "What's up?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah,
That's
dude,
my
man."
dog, man. That's my
Yeah,
dog.
yeah, man. So man, you got any upcoming projects?
Yeah, me and Jim, like I said, Jim got a song called Desfinace.
Mhm.
It's Spanish and English. It's kind of got a corrido feel to it, bro.
Mm.
I wish I could play it, dog.
Something new?
Bro, it is so, I'm not even just trying to gas it. It's just another
Yeah.
lane. Like, that's another lane that we could get in, bro.
Is it still on the Big Guns?
No, that's under Deadly Miller. That's under
Okay.
Cricket, actually. His label, Cricket, the producer
Yeah,
that he's
yeah.
been working with, who's like works with a lot of artists in LA, and he was actually a producer for what was the name of that group out there in Cali, man? I can't even remember. I'm sorry, I went blank. But Aquid?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the producer for
Oh,
them.
okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So he did, you know, he's working on a project, and he had Jim on there, and he got records with Jim, and Jim's been out back and forth to LA working with him. So hopefully soon we're working on different placements for movies,
Mhm.
real estate, of course, but besides on the music stuff, like I want to work on our Daily Melody. It's like a joint album that me and Jim do together. And it's on Daily Melody 1. It's on all streams. You could go look at it.
Okay. Most definitely, man. We're gonna keep our ears to that project, man. I definitely want to hear what y'all boys got, man.
Appreciate
If it's
it, man.
if it's something like that freestyle, man, shit, most definitely.
Hey, appreciate. Hey, thank you for having me though. For
Oh,
real,
hell
like,
yeah, man.
like, bro, I haven't done an interview a long time, man. But when you called me and I seen what you've been
Yeah.
doing, and Jim said he was coming on here, and then you reached out, and we
Yeah.
did our thing. It was cool, bro.
Shit, like I
Appreciate
tell
it, man.
everybody, I ain't done it till I interviewed everybody in Dallas that had a major part.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying, and putting this shit together. You know what I mean. And then once I get done with that, then you know there's an Elm Street in every city, man.
hell yeah.
So you know what I mean.
I see it, bro. This is you're doing your thing, man. And there's a lot I think that this generation needs to be up on, like that. Open the doors. It was hard for me, Jim, playing skills like to get through barriers. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And we were some of the, like, you know, some of the first around here to try to do something, bro.
And there wasn't that many Mexicanos out here
no,
doing it.
nah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? There were few, we could count them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Like
there's some
now-
before us that
Yeah.
were, you know what I'm saying,
course.
doing their thing too. So and then you had Big Tuck and DSR, and then that whole era,
Yeah.
like it really started like because of course Houston was Houston, right, at the time. But we were like, hey man, we got some people out here too that, you know what I'm saying, that need to be heard and
Yeah,
bust through the door too. So
most definitely, man. Any shout outs, man?
man, I basically said all the shout outs. I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting me, man. All my friends. Shout out to my boy Max Payne, Camacho, Jose, Victor. Shout out to my boy Gongo, Lewis. Who else? I mean, I got my boy G, Frage. I mean, everybody, man. I just shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody showing love, man. Everybody. D-Town, I love you. You my home. Shot-Town, D-Town, man. All love always, bro.
Got that Chi-Town, D-Town connection.
Yes,
man.
sir.
Hell yeah, man. Well, appreciate you coming through, man. Show
Thank
me
you,
some
bro.
love, bro.
Appreciate the topo.
You know, oh hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Letting the people know your story, man. You know, it wouldn't be right without, you know, this right here, man.
Appreciate it,
And
bro.
this is my way of giving you your flowers, man.
Thank you, brother.
You know, for your work you did out here in Dallas,
Thank you,
man. You know what I mean? So appreciate you, man, all your hard work and all your adventures you got coming up, man. I'm most definitely gonna keep my ears to that new project you and Jam
Appreciate
have
it,
coming
brother.
up, man.
Thank you.
Hopefully I get the exclusive.
Yeah, we'll be back, bro. We'll be back.
Oh, hell yeah, most definitely, man. And like I said, thanks again, man. And shout out to Big Guns, man. I'll be waiting on that interview, man.
Shout out to Young Mars. My boy Young Mars here got a track called Ego on all streams. EGO. Go get that. Go stream that. Download it. It's dope. I'm going to be working with him too. So shout out to my boy Young Mars. Yes, sir. YoungMars.com.
Y'all going to be hearing from him. As a matter of fact, when Big Guns comes through pretty soon, he'll be rolling with him. So, you know, it's already in the making. It's, you know, the wheels are turning. So throwing it out into the universe, the laws of attraction.
We're gonna bring the boss man out here too, man. We're gonna bring my boy Mars and Johnny. Johnny, get out the cave. Come on, man.
So the conspiracy show that I got is gonna be, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna have it's gonna be Big Gemini, Boss Vegas, and J Cruz.
Hey, I see Boss, bro. Boss is, boy, like clockwork. When something happens, hey, y'all see this? Yeah. That's a conspiracy brother right there.
Homie just got out of instant Facebook jail. Shit, I always saying something on there, and you know where he lands. Facebook jail and shit. I'm parole.
Shout out Boss, man.
Yeah, man. Well, shit, man. Thanks, man, for coming through, man. And like I said, man, keep your ears to the streets, and I'll catch you on the block, man. It's your boy Money Elms. Welcome to Elm Street. Peace.